And I helped you a little bit. I won't deal with 31 down. You get down. Talk about true discipleship. But we got to look at 27 through 30. And Jesus went on with his disciples to the villages of Caesarea Philippi. And on the way he asked his disciples, this is key. This is a key part of the gospel. If you're looking to understand Mark's gospel, put a line or circle 28 through 30 or 27 through 30. I mean, because I want you to see the part A and the part B and the chain in the middle that links them together. That's what it's all about. All that other stuff was to get here. All that other stuff was to get here. Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, the first part of chapter 8. This was all about. Showtime. This is it. This is the moment. This is what it was all about, Omar. These verses right here. This is what it's all about. In some senses, and I can't say it literally, but in some senses, the whole Bible, the whole other side of the Bible stops at this one point. It's that significant. It's a big, significant piece of the puzzle. Next time you're around some scholars and some Bible individuals, you tell them about the significance of Mark chapter 8, starting in verse 27 through 30. It's a significant turning point. It's a turning point. Turning point. And every part of this lesson that we read after this, it sounds totally different. It sounds completely different. It has a totally different tone, a different air about it. It's totally different. Everything Jesus did was trying to give people the opportunity to understand who he was, who he really was. Over there, if you hear Mark chapter 5, 4, the latter part, Jesus, the disciples were on the boat, the winds were going crazy, Jesus calms the wind and the waves, and the disciples said, what manner of man is this? Who is this? Because see, they thought he was a man. And then they thought, well, he's a kind of peculiar kind of man. Well, maybe he's a good teacher. They had all of these ideas about who Jesus was, and then something happened, and things switched. Jesus said, now you know who I am, huh? So this question that he asked it many times. It's just recorded here. But he always asks it, who am I? Who am I? He didn't correct him. Because Jesus can only be who you allow him to be in your life. That's not who he is, but that's all he can be, who you allow him to be in your life. And so here, it says, and I'm 3 minutes old, and Jesus went on with his disciples, 28, and they told him, John the Baptist. He said, who do people say I am? They say John the Baptist. Now remember we talked about John the Baptist in the first chapter? No, I'm not John the Baptist. They said, others said that you're Elijah. Elijah is a great prophet. You are Elijah. And others, one of the prophets, I guess Isaiah, Jeremiah, or somebody like that. They said that everybody was saying he was someone significant. Everybody, from a historical perspective. If you say, well, it's hard for me to believe that Jesus is the Son of God, blah, blah, blah. But one thing I want you to understand is everybody said he was significant from a historical perspective. Everybody said he was significant. So then he asked a key question. And he asked them, but who do you say that I am? Who am I, Jason? Who do you say I am? And they said, Peter answered. Now, Peter was a spokesperson for the group. So whenever you see Peter answer, it wasn't like Peter was the smartest one in the class, everybody else was dumb. Peter was just kind of extroverted. Some of the others were kind of introverted. But Peter would kind of be the pause and the voice of the group. And so Peter said, what they had already talked about amongst themselves. You are the Christ. See, not Jesus. Not that you Jesus. Not that you married David. Not that you're a carpenter. Not that you're a man like no other man. You are the Christ. You are the Messiah. You are the anointed one sent by God. You are God himself. And he strictly charged them to tell no one about it. They found out who he was in this chapter. It's recorded. Now everything that happens from this chapter on, he tells them openly that he's to die on the cross 3 times. From here to the end, we only have half of the chapters left. He tells them 3 times, man, I got to die. I can tell you now. I'm going to die. I'm going to go on the cross, and I'm going to die. Now, y'all heard Paul or Peter say, oh, no, I'm not going to let that happen. And he said, get these behind me, Satan. But he tells them, and he prepares them for this turning point. He's like, you got the lesson I came to give you. Now I'm leaving. The next thing that he does, everything he does from this moment, remember the Pharisees were trying to get him, and they couldn't get him. Now he goes to die. Everything on the end, he goes to die. If you're here in a couple of weeks, we'll look at when they arrest Jesus, and they have no evidence against Jesus. They're about to release Jesus. They're about to let Jesus go. And Jesus basically said, yeah, I did. And everybody goes wild and says, you know what? Listen to him out of his own mouth. Let's convict him. Because Jesus says, I got to go to the cross. That's what he did. They know who I am. I only stayed here long enough until they knew who I am so that they can express who I am. And over there when it says I am who I am, that's kind of Old Testament. We'll talk about that another day. But he goes to the cross, he dies, and he moves on. And it's their turn. It's a turning point. I want you to understand that when people come into your life, it's for a reason. And when people move out of your life, whether it's through death, whether it's through relocation, whatever the case is, it's a turning point. It's a new opportunity. Not a time for you to sit down, be sad, ball down, look back. It's a time for you to go forward in a new way. Over there in John chapter 14, Jesus says, let not your hearts be troubled. In the latter part of 13, he says, I'm going away now. I gotta go. I gotta go. He was preparing him for his death. He said, I gotta go now. Stop crying. Let not your heart be troubled. I gotta go. But there's an assignment for you to do on earth. And you can't fulfill it if I'm here with you. You're going to be better if I go than if I stay. So look, turning point in Scripture. Our time is up. We'll talk about it another week, another day. Does anybody have any questions, any thoughts about Mark chapter 8, about the turning point, or anything like that?